Hallihallo and welcome. A couple of days ago I saw a video by Rodney Smith about board games and mental health. And since I find this topic really important, I wanted to share my own perspective. So some years ago I had a really difficult time where I had great trouble sleeping, mainly because of constant thoughts going through my head. And it was during this time that I realized how big of an impact our thoughts can have on us and how my own perception of reality can truly change depending on my mental state. And because the suffering has become so extreme at that point in time, I had to find some ways of helping myself or empowering myself in this situation. And after trying many different things, in the end it was the breath exercise, or what people commonly call meditation, just a simple breath meditation, that was the greatest help to me. And it was also around this time that I truly fell in love with board games. And I think now I can reflect a little bit better why board games had this impact on me, while I mainly played video games before. I was probably searching for something calming and something that makes me more present, because a video game will do everything with special effects, nice graphics, sound effects, to keep your attention, to pull you in. And this is a bit similar to what thoughts do to you, right? Because as thoughts come and go, they somehow have a certain quality of taking you away, while with board games it seems quite different. The board game seems to require your presence first in order to make the board game work. And also when I play in front of a TV, it's like I'm getting lost in this image, right? I feel like I'm losing complete sense of where my body is and where I am. It's like I leave the present moment. With board games, it seems like I'm much more connected to my surroundings, and there is a tactile sensation while feeling the cards and all the components of a game, and also seeing and connecting with the other people around the table. So while I still enjoy video games, I think the shift to board games was very beneficial for my mind and allows it to become more relaxed and less agitated. Because I think a lot of modern technology makes for a really stressed mind. For example, as I observe myself when I scroll on my phone and I don't even know what I'm looking for, I'm just scrolling, right? And it seems like every second I see a new situation, new information on my screen. I think it's very logical that this behavior makes for a quite agitated mind and creates a lot of unhealthy patterns. So now I want to talk about the impact that thoughts can have on us. I think in our language it is quite misleading that the verb think, to think, is an active verb. So when you ask somebody, what are you thinking about? Or you say, I am thinking about this, it could imply that I am choosing my thoughts. I am creating my thoughts and I am in control of them. But I think if you have a closer look, it seems more like thinking happens to you. Many of the thoughts that appear in my head are thoughts that I didn't choose. And sometimes they are thoughts that I wouldn't like to have. Some of these thoughts can be things that other people have said to you. So if somebody told you as a child that you are not good enough or you cannot do certain things, chances are very high that these thoughts will still appear during your adult life and have some great impact on you. And when I look around here in my board game collection, what is very interesting is that every one of these games used to be a thought at some point. So I was thinking about every one of these games at a certain point in time, of how nice and cool it would be if I order them online and they would arrive at my door. It would probably make my life better in a certain way, make me feel happier. And I think it's very fascinating of how this perception changes once the game stops being a thought and it really arrives at your home in a package. While there might still be a certain feeling of happiness when you open the package, you will probably find that pretty quickly you start to think about the next game that you need to have in order to feel a bit more complete or a little bit more happy in your life. So especially during the last couple of months, I wanted to make an effort to explore more of the collection that I already have, more of the games that are already here in the present moment, and avoid chasing after the next thing, the next promise of happiness, which is bound to reveal itself as an illusion. Probably I will do more content about mental health in the future, since it's a topic that is very dear to me, and I think it's not talked about often enough. Thank you very much for all the support that this channel is getting. It's truly appreciated, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video.